Now that you know what treats are, let me show you some of the ways that I use treats to help introduce the puppies to some of the basic obedience commands that we're going to be using throughout the training program and really throughout the rest of the puppy's life. Now, the first command that we're going to look at is heel. And basically, heel means we want the puppy to walk along by our side on a loose leash without being ahead of us, without being behind us, without pulling off to the side. And we just want the puppy to go for a nice, calm, relaxing walk. So here's how we introduce the puppy to the leash. And what you'll see is me holding a little piece of treat directly in front of the puppy's nose. And I'll give a little combination of pulling along the leash as well as enticing the puppy with the treat to get him to walk along. So what you're going to see are a few puppies that I've been working with here at the very beginning to introduce them to the leash and how to get them to walk along. Let's take a look.
Eventually you're going to run into trouble and the puppy's going to decide he doesn't want to go along with you. So what you do is you want to keep moving forward as smoothly as possible. So you'll see I'm giving a little bit of a tug on the leash and then I take all the pressure off and I try and entice the puppy with the treat. I'm always wanting to move forward and keep the puppy's momentum going. I'll introduce the treat, I'll give a little tug, and then I'll immediately take the pressure off of the leash.
The next command that we're going to take a look at is the command sit. Most puppies get this one pretty quickly, so we should have a pretty easy time with this. What I like to do on the command sit is I'll take a treat and I'll hold it just above the puppy's nose to get his attention. And then once I see that he's focused on it, I will push that little treat up above his head, along his nose, and up along the back of his head going towards his tail. And what this does is it forces the puppy to look up, and in many cases they'll sit down to do that. So what you'll see here is a few different ways that I use that technique when I have puppies on leash and off of a leash to entice them to sit.
Sit. Good girl. That's a good girl.
Anytime your puppy's off leash or there's more than one puppy, things get much more difficult for you. But just keep your cool and stick with the program and you can still teach two crazy jumping puppies to sit. So here you see me holding the treats out, asking them to sit. When they start jumping, I'm just pulling the treat back up. Eventually they'll get it if you keep your patience and you just hold your ground and wait for them to sit.
One of the more challenging things to teach any new puppy is how to lay down. Here, treats are very, very important. So what I do when I want to introduce the down command to a new puppy is I'll have them in the sit position and I'll get their attention with the treat. I'll wave it right in front of their nose, and then once they're interested, I will take the treat and go directly straight down to the floor. Once the puppy goes down and starts licking the treat, I'll slowly start to pull it away from the puppy to get him to lay down. Once he lays down, I'll give him the treat and I'll give him lots of praise, and then we'll repeat the process over. You'll notice on some of the puppies though, they don't lay down. So what you do after an extended period of time of attempting the puppy to go down on her own is you might have to gently place the puppy in the down position, give her the treat, lots of praise, and then you'll repeat that procedure over and over again until eventually the puppy will pick it up. But anyway, let's take a look at some new puppies that are first being introduced to the down command and how they react. Down.
Good puppy. Good puppy.
Down. Down.
Good girl. Good girl.
Down. Good girl. Good girl. Down.
Good. Hey.